Top 20 add-ons for MCPE 1.19. Starting off with a realistic animation add-on. Whenever you do look down and then crouch, you will actually be sitting down over here, which looks super duper amazing. And if you literally walk, and then we can also crawl as well, which is definitely really cool. And of course, we can literally crawl like this, which is so cool in my opinion. And if you look up and immediately just crouch, we could literally lie down over here in the most realistic way possible. Next up, we have the Temperatures Addon. This add-on will add a full-on temperature meter right over here, and then whenever we start getting to the warmer biomes such as the savanna, you will notice that we will start to get hot over here. So it's going to tell you what temperature you are at depending on what biome you are in. Next up, we have the Sonic the Hedgehog add-on. This add-on adds a bunch of features from, of course, the game Sonic the Hedgehog. For example, we get this really cool green hill zone biome over here. We get really cool bosses such as Metal Sonic over here, more things from the Sonic franchise such as the spring over here, which actually does work. So like whenever you do jump on it, it's going to give you a massive jump boost. And over here we do have a bunch of like ring boxes, which is honestly really cool. And this add-on actually does come with like costumes that you guys can basically place on in order to become the character. As you can tell, we're going extremely fast by wearing Sonic over here, but you guys can also place down like Shadow over here, which is definitely really cool. And of course, we do have a boss in this add-on, and that is the Drill Eggman from Sonic 2. Here he is in all of his glory. Next up, we have the More Trees add-on, and as you can tell, we get brand new trees over here. For example, we have this really cool cherry sapling over here. These new trees sometimes actually do come with flowers over here and even a little bit of water. These trees are honestly a total vibe. We have this one over here, so we actually do also have new wood as well, which you guys can use in order to decorate your world. And best of all, you're even able to use all the new wood in order to craft new fences, new types of materials. Next up, we have the Hillwoods Addon. As you can tell, you will get this really cool title screen over here, and this here basically changes the entire game for you. We have new biomes, new trees everywhere, and we get dozens and dozens of new blocks over here, all of which you can find in the world naturally. And look at this, boys, we already ran into some cool mobs over here. Take a look at this. Like, honestly, this add-on is a total vibe, and it even does come with like fossils over here, which is honestly, you know, really cool. And of course, this add-on does come with its own naturally generated structures over here. For example, we get like a bunch of these like wood logs everywhere. And next up, we have the Siege Addon. This add-on adds a bunch of medieval weapons over here, such as cannons over here. You guys can aim anywhere you want, and then you can literally shoot out your cannon everywhere. So if you have like a castle map or anything like that, then this add-on is genuinely perfect for you. We have different types of cannons over here, and even this really cool workshop station where you can basically make all the different cannons and stuff like that. And you can actually launch yourself with some of these cannon over here. For example, if we actually just go ahead and just load up the cannon over here, we could literally just shoot ourselves out, which is so sick in my opinion. Next up, we have the item physics add-on. Whenever you do drop items over here, they're going to be placed down in a very, you know, realistic way over here, which is super duper sick. So look at this, boys. I'm literally dropping everything over here, and it's made it to look so amazing, including like the horse armor. Literally every single block is made it to be in this really cool realistic physics over here. Next up, we have the More TNT And Missles add-on. This add-on will add a bunch of TNT, but as you can tell, we get brand new TNT over here, and then all you gotta do is ignite it. And for example, that was lightning TNT. Next up, we have the Infinity TNT over here, and oh my goodness, it is just going to keep on exploding everything. Here is the Freeze TNT, which you guys can just ignite over here, and it's actually going to let out this really gigantic ice cube over here, which is definitely, you know, pretty sick. And probably one of the more useful TNTs, the Flat TNT over here. I'm assuming this will just make the land flat, and this will just make a bunch of land flat over here. The Ocean TNT, it's literally just going to spawn in a big block of water over here. Next up, we have the Terria Addon. When you load into this add-on, you will immediately notice that we get a bunch of brand new structures over here, all coming from the game Terraria. And also, we do have some of the mobs from Terraria as well, which is really cool, including this boss over here, which looks very trippy and kind of creepy, not gonna lie. And next up, we have this boss over here, the Queen Bee, and over here we have the skeleton boss over here, and we have more mobs from Terraria that like literally just naturally spawn in your world, which definitely does add to the exploration aspect. Next up, we have the Vanilla Flag Addon. This addon will add a bunch of different flags to the game over here, and all you gotta do is just place it down on the second to last glass block to the top over here, just like so, and it's literally gonna make this really sick flag over here. And of course it does come in all different colors as well, so you guys could really use this in order to enhance your survival world over here. All these different types of flags can make your world stand out and make it look more unique. Next up, we have the realistic mob animation add-on. As you can tell, whenever you do load in certain mobs over here, they will have brand new animations over here, which definitely does look pretty sick. Like literally the cow just has like more limbs and stuff like that. Same thing with the sheep and all these different mobs. Not just that, but mobs such as the squid over here also have brand new realistic animations over here. Even the zombies have brand new animations over here, which looks so amazing. Next up, we have the Moon Knight add-on. This of course does add a bunch of new mobs and features from the show Moon Knight, which is definitely really cool. For example, we could spawn in this mob over here, which was actually featured in one of the episodes. Kind of creepy looking, not gonna lie. And we have more mobs over here, and as you can tell, this is like a Khonshu, I believe. And of course we do have the iconic darts over here, and of course we do have the Moon Knight helmet over here, and of course we do have the Moon Knight suit over here, which looks so sick. This add-on is totally a vibe. Next up, we have the animated hats add-on. This add-on will introduce a bunch of different hats over here. These hats are very derpy, but I absolutely love them. And next up, we have this really cool propeller hat over here, and of course we do have more things like the crown over here. We also do have a top hat over here, and just a bunch of other different things that you guys can use. Next up, we have the More Ores add-on. This add-on will add a bunch of different ores to the game. As you can tell, there's dozens and dozens of different options to pick from over here, and some of these new ores include dilithium, fluorite, green gold. Honestly, I don't even know most of these, and obviously you can find all these ores naturally in your survival world. This add-on actually does come with amethyst armor, which is something that I've always wanted. Some of these weapons can get pretty OP. For example, the diamond netherite sword actually does 9 attack damage. Next up is a lucky block add-on. This add-on will give you a bunch of different lucky blocks that you guys can actually craft in survival mode using different types of material, and then we can actually go ahead and break all these lucky blocks using the lucky breaker over here. For example, we have a lucky wooden box over here, and this one actually gives you experience. Let's go. All right, so that was both good and bad. It literally just spawned in a guardian over here. Let's open up the emerald one, and oh my goodness, it just spawns in a bunch of different endermen over here, so things can get pretty insane. Next up, we have the More Foods add-on. This add-on adds a bunch of custom food that you guys can actually make in survival mode. As you can tell, we have dozens and dozens of different options over here, ranging from this fried apple over here, to pineapples. We have this like green looking cake thingy over here. We have a horchata over here. We have a barley bread. We have a sugar beet, a tomato. We have some glow pies over here, and of course you guys can obviously eat all these different foods in order for you to like regen health and stuff like that. Next up, we have the Nissan GTR Addon. This addon will add a bunch of different cars over here, all of which you can actually enter in and you can drive over here, which is honestly super duper sick. And they come in different colors as well. For example, we have the blue one, we also have a green one, we have a red one, a white one, a orange one, and of course we do have a blue one over here. So the models of these cars are actually made to look really insane. I absolutely love them, and of course you can drive all of them at some crazy high speeds over here. Next up, we have the Ore Geode Addon. This addon will add a bunch of different geodes over here and they actually do come with different loot over here. For example, we actually have this really cool iron geode over here, and we literally have diamond geodes everywhere, which is super duper sick. So obviously you guys can loot all this, and one of the rarest one of these geodes is actually the emerald geode over here. This will come with a lot of interesting loot over here. We have blocks at emerald ore everywhere. So Minecraft is pretty limiting in terms of what you can actually build and the shapes that you can create, but this addon will actually help you out and will basically put like a bunch of blocks into these really cool formations, which obviously you guys can get creative and create some pretty cool things with it. For example, like we have this like frog light slab over here, and we have a red concrete point, and we also do have like different like frog lights and stuff like that, and there's really a lot of things that you can do over here. So obviously you do have to get creative with this addon. Next up, we have the furniture addon. This addon adds a bunch of new furniture to your game over here. For example, we get plants over here, we get brand new types of stairs, we get ceiling lamps and all that good stuff. We have a wooden bookcase, which definitely does look pretty sick, and you can even stack them on top of each other. But the possibilities are literally endless, and we get so much different type of furniture everywhere. Here we have some more bookshelves. We have a glass table over here, a bamboo pot over here, and just a bunch of other things that you guys can add in your world in order for it to make it look more realistic. See you later, French fries.